I just want it all when I'm finished. I gotta go get it. I want 6 rings, I want big things. I want 6 rings, I want big things. And y'all here to witness. I get it, I get it. I want 6 rings, I want big things. I want 6 rings, I want big things. I don't want the fame.
Purchasing a home may be one of the biggest investments you ever make in your life. My ultimate goal is to close the loan on time or before time and provide a smooth and seamless mortgage loan process.
Well, I'm excited because I have guests with me today. So I am Candace, your self-love financial coach, and I share information with people and empower them to have a healthy relationship with themselves and with their money. So today I have a guest with me, Mr. Annias Tate, and he's a mortgage, let me get it right, a residential mortgage loan officer?
Yeah.
I'm messing all his stuff up. Let me do it again. A residential mortgage loan officer. And I'm excited to have him with me today. He's here. He's going to share some good information. So if you're ready to buy a house, Annias Tate is the guy that you want to talk to. So how are you, Annias?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm amazing. Super excited about the information that you're going to share with us. So tell us about your business and what you have going on.
Okay. Well, my name is Annias Tate, and I've been in the residential mortgage home loan industry for about 8 years. I've been in the financial services industry for about 13 years as a licensed investment advisor before I went into the residential mortgage industry. But, one thing that I like about what I do now is just my ability to educate our community about things that will empower them, as you do,
Right.
to move forward, with not only their financial goals, but also just their personal goals with their family and friends.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So he's helping people get homes, and he wants you to have a home. Okay, we want to buy a piece of America. That's important. So with that, with us doing that whole process, so tell us, Annias, what makes people choose you? Like, why should they choose Mr. Tate to come do business with?
Well, one thing that I pride myself on, and one thing that my clients really enjoy about our interaction is just the time that I spend educating them about the process. A lot of clients that I have at some form of fashion have thought about purchasing a home in the past, but their previous lender didn't really have the time to educate them as to what they needed to do at that point or in the future. So with our industry, it can become really busy certain times of the year. And, I've just been one of those people that have decided to maybe not do as much business, but spend more time educating my clients so they feel better about their purchase and they're not confused, 3-4 years down the line when things change.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So the education is the key. And if you want to not only just go and buy a house, but if you want to learn about the process and know what you're getting yourself into, this is the guy you need to talk to. So I'm excited about that. So we were talking earlier, and this is a great guy. Like, he knows his stuff. He was talking about the home buying process, and we'll talk about some things that you can do later, but we were talking about entrepreneurship and business owners buying a home. So can you tell us, like, what that process could be like when it comes to buying a home for business owners?
Well, for a business owner, you really have to plan. And that's something we talked about earlier, is that making sure you plan. And that's really, for your line and for what I do. People have to be prepared to purchase a home or make any purchases, really.
That's the
So with business owners, we look at your most recent 2 years. So you need to start thinking about this really soon. So when Candace says, are you thinking about,
Right.
that's the time to say, well, maybe in a few years, or, if you haven't thought about it, maybe it's time to start thinking about it, because you don't always want to be a renter.
That makes sense.
And it's a lot of people who have businesses, successful businesses, that really don't know anything else besides that. And one way that, if you look at old money in the U.S., it's on real estate.
That's right.
And so that's a key part of your portfolio.
That's good.
It's really entrepreneurs are a different breed.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And it could be, and that could be a good thing,
Yep.
or it could be, well, kind of hard to work with, challenging. That's what I would say.
Yep.
Because a lot of times what I find is that when I talk to clients, you said something powerful. You said planning. So when I ask them, if you come into our tax office and you say, well, I'm ready to get my taxes filed, I ask this question. I said, hey, do you plan on making any major purchases within the next 2 years? And I'm asking this because if you plan to get a house, or if you plan to get, let's say, a loan, a business loan, or anything of that sort, they're going to want to see how much money you're making. And you can make $100,000 a year, but if you write off $90,000 of it, well, you only made $10,000, so it doesn't look as if you made any money.
True.
So what Ananias is saying is he's saying, hey, you have to plan, right? You have to plan ahead and let people know what's going on, especially your tax professional. And if that is happening, make sure you tell them so that you can plan to say, okay, I'm going to put this amount of money to the side for buying a home or for my tax bill that's coming. Because as entrepreneurs or business owners, nobody's coming to your paycheck to take money out of your check, okay? You get your money and it's yours, which is great. But there comes, a liability with that if we don't plan appropriately. So I love that.
Yep,
that's
definitely.
awesome. So when it comes to, let's say, getting ready, and let's say I have a job and my credit score is on point or whatever it is, and I'm saying I want to buy a house next month. What should they do? What should that person do?
Well, really simple. First, you will reach out to me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'll definitely put you in position, but that's doable.
But before you go there,
Go ahead.
You said reach out to me. Can you tell them how to reach you? While we're talking about it.
Well, really, I'm trying to expose myself more with social media.
That's good.
So I am on social media. I'm on Facebook. You can just look me up, Ananias Tate.
Okay.
This should be pretty simple. ANNIAS, last name Tate,
Awesome.
TATE. But I just really work from my cell phone. I'm in and out of the office a lot, so you can reach me at 870-995-5275.
Okay.
That's my personal cell number. If I don't answer because I'm in a meeting or with another client, just leave a message and I'll call you back.
Absolutely. Can they send you a text message?
You can send me a text message.
Awesome.
A lot of, with the new age of doing, business,
Absolutely.
it works off your phone a lot. So I really work off of my phone a lot. I can pre-qualify people from my phone. A lot of my clients, maybe 70% of my clients never see me until we actually at the closing table.
Wow.
Because we work with electronics.
So he's virtual.
Technology.
That's what he just said. He's virtual.
Yep.
Okay.
I work from everywhere. And so I really make it a point to really just have a conversation to educate you. Like it's important for me to close your loan because as some people think that we're just paid.
Right.
I'm paid on my performance, and my performance is getting you in a home and closing that deal. So it's not, hey, I'm just an hourly employee and I'm just killing time. Right. We don't have that time to wait. Back to your question. If you're looking to close a loan in 30 days, I'm going to tell you, after our initial conversation, we're going to talk about your objectives and what you hope to accomplish. We're going to talk about price range, and we're really going to talk about what can you comfortably afford.
That's good.
That's one thing that a lot of people don't really know yet. They'll say, I'm paying $1,000 in rent right now.
Oof.
Well, is that comfortable for you?
Good.
A lot of people, I'm doing it.
Right.
Is that comfortable for you? So give me a number that's comfortable for you.
Good.
And at that point, I can kind of bag back into a purchase price for you.
That's good.
But I'm going to tell you on our initial consultation, our initial talk, our initial text exchange, that I'm going to need your most recent 30 days pay stubs. That's probably the first thing I'm going to ask for because at that point, I know how much money we have to work with as far as qualifying you.
That's good.
Let me take that back. Okay. Depending on your status. So, if you're self-employed or if you're a W-2 wage earner,
right.
Those are two different buyers. So I'm going to talk about the W-2 wage earner
Let's
first.
do that.
So most recent 30 days pay stubs. I'm going to ask for your most recent 2 years W-2s. I'm going to ask for just a copy of your ID. And I'm going to ask for your most recent 2 months bank statements.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, not bad.
A lot of people don't ask for it. And so you're sent out there looking for something, and you're not prepared. You have no idea what you can really afford.
Right.
For your self-employed borrowers, I'm going to ask for your most recent 2 years tax returns.
Okay.
So depending on how you file, I may need your business tax returns and your personal tax returns.
That makes sense.
So I'm going to ask for that. I'm going to ask for profit and loss. So that's the time to reach out to Candace and say, hey, can you send me,
Right?
can you send this over to me? And, I'm going to talk about your assets.
That's good.
What do you have available to go toward purchasing a home? Or is everything tied up in your business? And then, we'll come up with a plan at that point as, what we need to do. But it's a really simple process. It's not as hard as people think it is, or the internet makes it out to be. It's super simple if you have someone that'll spend a little time telling you about the process.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I believe it's simple if you have someone like Ananias Tate on your side who's going to educate you through the process and make sure that you're comfortable during it. Because one thing that I encourage people from a financial perspective, don't get a house if they give you a loan, let's say for $300,000. Don't get a $300,000 house, because that's the max amount that they're putting based upon the income that you're putting on your statements and on your paperwork. So if they give you $300,000, you don't have to take the entire $300,000.
Right.
It's probably smart to gauge yourself, because remember, when you're buying a home, you're no longer renting, so you have to do things like maintenance on the home.
Right.
What else do we have to do to the house? The grass, you gotta get the grass cut.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything
Like, it's
is
on you,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So those things, you have to account for those inside of your financial plan, because I don't like budgets, but I like financial plans.
Okay.
So inside of your financial plan, when you're putting your numbers together and saying, oh, I can afford the mortgage. Yeah, you can afford the mortgage, but what about the other things? What about your car and things like that you're still having to pay for even when you get this house? So when you have someone like Ananias here with you, just saying, hey, let's make sure you're comfortable. Let's make sure you're educated through the process. Then you're in good hands, and the process is simple. So I'm excited. You can buy a home. It's okay to own a piece of America. Anything you want to share, Ananias, before we get done? Anything?
Well, one thing that a lot of people never hear, or no one ever mentions or says to them, is that you can actually be a homeowner.
That's good.
It's not as hard as you may think it is. It's not the same process that your parents went through or your cousin went through.
That's right.
Every process is different for everybody. So don't be discouraged.
That's good.
Because one person told you no, it could have been somebody, I just looked at your credit, no today.
Right.
It doesn't mean no forever.
That's
so
good.
don't give up. Stay encouraged, and you too can be a homeowner.
Absolutely. No means next opportunity. That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome. So I'm excited. So I am Candace, your self-love financial coach. Do me a favor. If you want more videos like this, make sure you hit that button and subscribe below. And Ananias is sharing great information. He's giving you good information. And I want to take 1 second to do one thing. He said something that was really powerful, and it just kind of hit me. And so I will say God gave it to me, because he said, Candace, go back. And Ananias said, we get paid at the closing table. So when he's doing the extra work, he's not getting paid off of that. And that also means that he cares. So be with people, be around people, surround yourself with people, and network with people that care about you, and knowing that you can do great things. And we all can do them together. So subscribe below, because we care too. Subscribe below. Make sure you're here with us, getting new videos every Sunday. And we thank you for watching. I am Candace, your self-love financial coach.
Coffee, coffee in the coffee, coffee in the coffee. Coffee, coffee in the coffee, coffee in the coffee.